Round 2, the Interlagos circuit, Sao Paulo, Brazil. The home track of Fittipaldi, Piquet and Senna. Little advice is required for Häkkinen, he's on pole. Coulthard slips into second again, with Frentzen the best of the rest on the second row in third. Lose the lights and the power is down. There's no holding the McLarens, but a poor start by Schumacher, who is being passed by Irvine and Wirtz. As Häkkinen leads Coulthard into the first corner, Michael Schumacher dives down the inside of Wirtz, approaching the Senna S. Ralf Schumacher has overtaken himself and ends his day in the gravel. Villeneuve now attempts to follow Schumacher past Wirtz, but he closes the door. Häkkinen is leading from Coulthard, Frentzen, Irvine, Schumacher, Wirtz and Villeneuve. The Ferrari crew watches their drivers race side by side down the pit straight. Schumacher is getting past Irvine to take fourth position. Patrick Head is keeping a close eye on the opposition. The McLarens are clocking impressive lap times. Michael Schumacher's Ferrari is being held up by Frentzen as they battle for third place. Schumacher's pushing hard as he comes in early for his first pit stop, escaping the traffic. While Häkkinen is leading the race convincingly. With fresh tyres, Schumacher wastes no time passing Fisichella's Benetton. Heinz Harald is watching exactly how it's done. Now it's his turn, taking his Williams into the points. Third place Wirtz will have to watch his mirrors as Schumacher and Frentzen close in. Lap 45 and Frentzen's in for his second stop. A new set of good years for the German, and he's on his way. Wirtz is in. Wirtz is out. Frentzen goes past as Alexander runs wide onto the curbs. The leader, Mika Häkkinen, is lapping Villeneuve for the second race in succession. Coulthard is second. McLarens are dominating. Lap 53 and Schumacher's in for his final stop. But there's a problem. Michael stalled the engine. There's an agonizing wait for the frustrated German. They've got it started though, and he boots the throttle, coating the pit lane with rubber as he leaves. Frentzen and Wirtz are bearing down. The Austrian takes the inside line approaching the corner. A clinical passing manoeuvre as Schumacher exits the pits to retain third place. The McLarens are pushing their Bridgestones to the maximum. And Häkkinen makes it 2 in a row, winning the Brazilian Grand Prix from Coulthard, with Schumacher a full minute behind in third.
The Brazilian circuit is a little bit tougher because it is anti-clockwise. It's quite a lot bumpier track, and the cars are sliding more, but so it's a bit harder work than in Melbourne.
Harder work or not, Häkkinen, Coulthard and McLaren make it look all too easy. Another McLaren 1-2 in Brazil. Michael Schumacher opens his account with the two Benetton boys finishing 4th and 6th. Frentzen into the points again. There was controversy again surrounding the McLaren team. A revolutionary braking system fitted to their cars was subject to a protest. But could the removal of the system affect the McLaren supremacy?
I think it's contributing part of our performance, but that's logical because we wouldn't run it if it wasn't giving us something. But it's not the panacea of performance that I think some people believe it to be.
Standard Formula One cars have two principal pedals, a brake pedal and a throttle. However, the McLaren has an extra brake pedal, which it has been claimed operates the rear brakes independently, aiding traction out of the corners. Other teams using a similar device include Williams and Jordan. Their systems are thought to be less developed, but they were also subject to the protest by Ferrari.
It's not just us have a problem. There's 6 teams have a problem with a situation of other 3 teams. So it's not Ferrari against McLaren, it's 6 teams against 3 teams. And it's not against 3 teams, it's against a regulation which is not clear for us. And we want a clarification, that's simple.
With the system disengaged for Friday's practice session, the McLaren still managed to top the timesheets.
We were fortunate in being the first of the 3 teams running the system, find a performance advantage within the regulations, and that the only response that a rival team has is to try and find a way to have it banned as opposed to rising to the technical challenge.
The system was declared illegal on Saturday morning.
The great thing is we have a decision. We were pretty casual either way, which way it was. We had the technology to put it on or we had the ability to take it off, and at least now we can start racing knowing exactly where we stand.
But McLaren's dominance remained intact.
It was a good result, good reliability and great weekend. Don't like the politics, but we did it on the circuit.
Ferrari were pleased with the new engine that they raced for the first time.
It was we first time run a new engine, which survived nicely. It ran quite well.
The extra power produced by the new unit through a change in the valve system allowing it to rev higher didn't help Michael Schumacher when he made an uncharacteristic mistake and stalled whilst pitting.
We had a bit of a worrying moment in the second pit stop when the engine died, but mechanics had done a good job to get it running.
After reoccurring problems with photographers, McLaren boss Ron Dennis has introduced security measures around his pit garage to ensure the privacy of sensitive information. However, he was unable to protect his cars while stranded on the circuit. But the team owner will be keeping an eye on the offenders.